Phone number revenge that cost someone their whole business. So back in the day, I was a floor installer, you know, laying carpet, hardwood, all that stuff. My buddies thought this was hilarious and would always make these stupid jokes about me being on my knees all day. Real mature, right? So when I got my business license, I decided to call it floor service instead. Sounded more professional. But apparently it was too close to florist because people kept calling asking about flowers. Here's how phone numbers worked back then. The phone company would put your personal number in the white pages for free, but if you wanted your business in the yellow pages, you had to pay for a commercial line. And here's the kicker. Your phone number prefix told people exactly where you were located. People were super picky about this. They only wanted to hire local businesses. I lived downtown, but all the rich customers were on the east side, so I paid extra for what they called a foreign exchange number. Basically bought a fake east side phone number even though I lived across town. What I didn't know was this number put me right in the middle of the fancy business district downtown. But it actually worked out great. People thought I must be successful if I could afford rent in that area. Fast forward 5 years. My wife and I had kids and I needed to be home more. I was getting enough work from referrals, so I didn't need those expensive yellow page ads anymore. I gave up the number. Actually gave up like 4 numbers because every suburb had their own phone book back then. The phone company gave my old number to some new guy starting his own business, and this dude was a complete psycho. Whenever someone called looking for me, he'd lose his mind. He'd scream at them, call them idiots, just go absolutely nuts. Then he got caller ID and started calling people back to yell at them some more. That's when my buddies and I got our brilliant idea. See, my friends still remembered the old flower shop jokes. So one night, we're at a party and someone goes, "Hey, let's call that number and ask for flowers." I dial the number and put it on speaker. "Hi, do you guys deliver flowers?" Dead silence. Then this guy absolutely explodes. "There's no flower shop here, you moron. Stop calling this number." Everyone at the party is dying laughing. But here's where it gets good. He calls back 5 minutes later, screaming even louder. "I have your number now, and I'm going to report you to the police." We're all cracking up, so we started making it a regular thing. Anytime we had a party or were just bored, someone would call, "Hi, is this the flower shop? I need a dozen roses delivered." And this guy would go ballistic every single time, then call back with these unhinged rants about how he was going to track us down and sue us. It became our favorite entertainment. We'd take turns calling from different phones. "Do you have any daisies? Can you make a wedding bouquet? What time do you close?" The guy never caught on that it was the same group of people. He thought half the city was calling him about flowers. This went on for like 6 months. The poor guy was getting maybe 10 flower calls a day, then spending hours calling everyone back to scream at them. Finally, one of my friends called and the number was disconnected. We figured he just got a new phone or something. But then I ran into this guy at a restaurant a few months later. Turns out I knew his neighbor. And here's the crazy part. This wasn't just some personal phone line. This was his brand new business number. He just started some kind of consulting company and had spent thousands of dollars on business cards, letterhead, yellow page ads, the whole thing. Remember, this was way before personal computers. You couldn't just print new business cards at home. You had to go to an actual print shop and pay serious money. When he finally gave up the number, he had to throw away all his marketing materials and start over with a completely new phone number. His neighbor told me the guy was bitter about it for years. He kept saying some crazy people had sabotaged his business and cost him thousands of dollars, which was totally true. We absolutely did sabotage his business. But here's the thing. If he'd just been polite to people and said, "Sorry, wrong number," none of this would have happened. Instead, he chose to be a complete jerk to everyone who called, so we gave him something to really be angry about. Best revenge ever.